Welcome back to the Loveland Report and Loner Ranger Show. I am Cleve Loveland alongside Bruce Woodburn, the Loner Ranger. We're giving you all your real estate and mortgage news. And we've been talking about where rates are at, summer sales, how to write the right offer to get your family into your new home. I've got a couple listings here, Bruce, I want to jump into. And I love, one thing I love, Bruce, since I've had the radio for over 32 years, I started traveling. I had people, most realtors might stick to one zip code or one part of town or one county. I cover 6. And I can do that because I've got a big team. But one thing, I get to see some great communities all over Central Florida. And I love it when you get outside the city and the country and how much you can get for a house. This is a beautiful little villa, 248.9 in a 55 and plus gated community, 1,400 square feet on the water.
Wow.
And inside this community, they got a beautiful lakefront clubhouse. This is down in the Winter Haven.
Okay.
And 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Perfect. Move right in. Yep. It's an estate property. Very well cared for.
Great way to retire,
yeah.
But you can't do a starter home unless you're already 50.
You got a guard shack, but 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, big open floor plan, master and the living areas all view the waterfront, and just a great property for $249,000. And inside there, you got a lot of amenities.
Call me on that one too. I'll run the numbers for you on that. You could go, even though it's 55 and up, you could go 3% down conventional, 3.5% FHA. If you're a veteran, you could go no money down.
Here I've got lakefront in Casselberry. Now it's a smaller chain of lakes. You can't ski on it, but you can boat on it, fish, kayak. 399,000, 1,200 square feet, almost an acre of property, Bruce.
Wow, that's a big
That's
lot.
what I like about this. And the house is older, but it needs it's livable, but it needs to be updated.
Okay.
But it's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, vaulted ceilings, which I really love, open floor plan, 2 full baths, which you usually don't see. And then you got a screen porch out back, but you got there's an enormous workshop, but a big piece of property. You could make this
a big lot.
This is where, and right on Winter Park Drive in Casselberry, people are knocking down the houses on the street and building McMansions.
Sure they are.
So you could make this your guest house.
Casselberry's a good zip code.
You're in the city for $399 on the water with almost an acre of property and no HOA. There's your key point right there. And then we go to Oviedo, no HOA again, but I've got a builder's own home, and builders always throw most of their features.
This is a builder built his own home.
Yep. So it's loaded with features, central vac, just everything. Travertine floors on the first floor. Second floor is all bamboo. 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, plus a bonus room, 3,800 square feet, 3-car side entry garage for $925, but also an in-law suite. So you got a separate in-law or outlaw suite, and actually you can lock them off from the house if you don't want to have anything to do with them. You can lock them out from the main area of the house, and they have to come around.
How much is this one?
$925 in Oviedo. Downtown Oviedo is just blown up. I moved there in 1977. And it's just blown up since then. That's where my mom started selling real estate in the 70s. And then I've got one in Clermont, best price pool home within 10 miles, anywhere in Clermont, 519,000, 2,700 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths with a pool for $519,000. Best price anywhere, oversized 1/4 acre lot in this neighborhood, side entry garage, but just a very good neighborhood. But all these listings, when I show my sellers, Bruce, you got to be the best price around. And so everything else in this neighborhood is only about 2,000 square feet. We're 2,700. It's got brand new flooring, brand new carpet in it, and fresh paint. So anyway, you want to take a look at any of these, or you want to hear your house on the radio, call me 407-352-8118.
Yep. Or if you'd like to get that loan pre-approved so you can make an offer on it, call the Loner Ranger. I've been in the mortgage business for over 35 years. I'm right here in your backyard. Everything's done direct. You don't have to worry about us shopping your credit all over the countryside like a mortgage broker is going to do. Everything's done internally. All your information is protected. We don't share with other banks or other lenders like mortgage brokers do. And we close quickly. We got the best loan programs. I don't even think there's another lender in the country that has as many loan programs as we do. I really don't.
I laugh when somebody else tells me about their product, and I go, I'll ask them about 3 loans that you have, and they don't know what they're doing.
We just, you know that I'm a residential lender, but we just picked up a commercial line that we will do. I could do up to a 28 complex, like a 28.
Okay, so residential,
complex,
but just larger units. Yeah,
larger units. I'm now doing lines for builders, successful builders, to put a spec in the ground that otherwise would not have the cash to put their own spec in the ground, because it's obviously easier to sell a house that's already built than one that you're going to build. So I've got products like that. We've got down payment assistance products that are internal. We've got down payment assistance that give you solar panels, and the solar panels are no second lien, no
that's
UCC.
the nice part. Yep.
It's a really great program. And you don't have a lot of these down payment assistance programs. It's at a higher interest rate. These are not at higher interest rates. These are at competitive interest rates right now in the market. I am going to show you how to combat this affordability issue. So if you would like to join, I was doing a private class for one of our clients that we just closed for his adult children. And I asked him, I said, do you mind if I invite a few other folks that may have interesting questions to ask as well? He goes, feel free to. So I'm going to open this up for Tuesday, the 16th from 6 to 8. I'm going to be teaching a class Zoom. Go to webringyouhome.com and register for that. You want anybody you know that wants to buy a home in today's market, you get on that class. We're going to answer all your questions for you. We're going to show you how to negotiate like a pro. So that's something else. And then for all of you real estate agents out there that are listening, I am doing a class on non-QM products, meaning bank statement, DSCRs, asset loans. If you're not familiar with these products inside and out, do you know that 27% of our volume today are non-QM products?
When is that?
27. That is going to be on, hold on. I'll tell you when we come back from the next break. So how about that? I'll give you that. It is this month though. So 407-250-9144 for the Loan Arranger. Whatever you need when it comes to purchasing, refinancing, you want me to help you build a portfolio of wealth, call me 407-250-9144 or go to webringyouhome.com. I've got every product you could possibly need. I'm also looking for good loan officers out there that want to really make a dent in this market, and you've got all the products that you could possibly need. We got great benefits here. So give the Loan Arranger a call if you want to join a dynamic team.
All right. I want to talk about, I think the biggest good news we've got in real estate, but its trouble is it won't affect us for a year or two, even if it does happen. DeSantis out there plugging away, trying to get rid of, he's trying to increase the homestead exemption to where it would eliminate 20, 30, 40% of your taxes on your house.
Correct.
And that affordability factor plus the value, I think, and plus people, that would fuel a few more people coming here. Actually, if they do come here, Bruce, did you see that part? Because there's so much framework out there. They haven't done it yet. And even if they get it approved, the voters approve it.
Yes.
Then they got to figure out a plan to implement it. But there was part of it where if you move into the state and homestead your property, you still don't qualify for 5 years.
No, you have to 5-year wait period.
Yeah, 5-year wait period.
So originally they were trying to create this abolition of all the taxes for homesteaded. So you would pay no ad valorem, non-ad valorem, no school taxes, none of that. It was going to be totally eliminated going into the special session. Now, the special session, if you're not familiar with this, what happened is the state Senate and the state House had to vote on it, and the House voted it in and the Senate shut it down. So then DeSantis calls for a special session. Now, the special session you can only discuss that matter. You can't fill it full of pork and say, we're going to discuss it, but only if you introduce, you entertain this other bill. So it can only be dialed in on that issue. So that started 2 days ago, started on, what was it, Tuesday. They were already finished, or started Monday. They were already finished by late in the day, Tuesday, but it already changed. So it went from abolishing property taxes for homestead to, no, we're going to give you a $250,000 exemption. And then they had originally set up this special account that they were going to put money in trust to fill the gap for the counties that don't have other taxes coming in. See, Orlando, Orange County, Dade County, Hillsborough County, big counties, Jacksonville, they have other tax revenue to make up this difference. So we could eliminate in property taxes for homesteaded, and we would not be dramatically affected. There's enough money that's waste. We can find a difference. But you get little counties like Levy County, where it's maybe all farm. They don't have any other tax base. So homestead is one of their only tax bases. So they were going to set up this account to subsidize it. That got ixnayed right off the bat.
I'm a fair tax guy. If any of you's been listening to DBO for a while, I remember Neil Bortz talking about the fair tax. So raise our state sales tax 1 or 2%. to cover that for that because everybody
that
pays
was
that.
one of the
drug dealers pay that, the
proposals,
illegals pay that.
that went too. So here's the deal though. Here's what it's going to boil down to. This will be on the ballot, and I want our listeners to vote yes for this. And I'm going to tell you why. It may not be perfect, but it's a stepping stone. And you will be able to go on and plug in what your savings are going to be based on this new tax rule, and it's going to be significant.
It will be.
It will not be chopped liver. If you are one of those people that are like, oh my God, where are we going to get the money from? There's no money to replace it. I guarantee you, as this thing, because it's going to phase in over 5 years, right?
Yeah.
You'll find the ways to make up the tax dollars.
Yeah. If you're chicken littling it and saying,
but all these freaking libtards are out there screaming that,
oh,
the police we're going to have to fire all the police in the fire department. That none of that is going to happen.
Well, if it does turn out like right now, everybody gets, if it's your homestead, you get about, I want to say it's like $500 to $800 a year break, and your property taxes can't climb. Now, if that's a $50,000 exemption we have right now. And if it goes to $250,000, so let's say that's another $1,500 or another $2,000, it's another $180, $200 a month that people will get. And it will help them in affordability on their next home.
Here's what I'm concerned about. This is what the questions that I don't know yet. So if there's a 5-year wait period to get the exemption, how does it help a first-time home buyer?
I think that's for imports or for people coming into the state.
That might be.
Yeah.
That very well might be. So if you're already a resident.
The good news is we've got a great state, and the government's actually working for us trying to do this, because it was Ronald Reagan that said the scariest thing in the world is when somebody says, I'm with the federal government and I'm here to help.
Yes.
So I think Byron Donaldson, hopefully, or Byron Donalds, hopefully our next governor, these guys will keep working on these things. There's other states doing it too. A lot of states have reduced their state income tax.
Sure they have.
And this is one way. We shouldn't have, you never really own your home if you got to pay this every year.
So here's what I'm doing. I'm actually trying to get an interview with Ron DeSantis right now.
That'd be great.
I'm working hard to do that. Hopefully he will get on the radio with me and we'll get this interview done. I did interview this week Mike Yaworski. He is the Florida Insurance Commissioner out of Tallahassee. Really great guy. He and DeSantis have done a lot to reduce insurance costs. So I am putting on my website. You can go to Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger, subscribe to that YouTube channel. You will see the 3-part session in my YouTube channel and on podcast with Mike on everything he's doing to reduce insurance costs. And I'm going to tell you something, you won't want to miss this, because insurance costs are actually coming down and they've been fighting hard for it. Call the Lone Ranger. I'll connect you with all my sources, help you save more money. 407-250-9144. Call me for your next mortgage. Call me to get pre-approved. Call me to help your friends and coworkers and your employees. I can help all of you, and I'd love to do
I want to mention a couple problems I solved last week, Bruce. I had one gentleman listed for 3 months, hadn't talked to the realtor since the first week.
Wow.
He kept getting cryptic text messages, couldn't get the person
Why
at their
would
office.
he need to talk to the realtor? The realtor had no buyers for him.
But he wanted to know what was going on with his property. So I give my sellers weekly updates.
Did you list the property?
I got the listing. He had to go through a little kerfuffle because this person tried to charge him a cancellation fee. He goes, for doing what? Not returning my phone calls? And so he went up the chain at the brokerage and got him just to drop it. Unfortunate, but always make sure buyer broker agreement, listing contract, $0 to exit, property management contract, $0 to exit. So I solved that problem. 407-352-8118. I can help you solve real estate problems or help you with a real estate plan.
Yep. Or the Lone Ranger at 407-250-9144 or WeBringYouHome.com. Cleve and I will be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Show. Don't go anywhere.